What's
I don't
going
see
on,
you.
guys? Can you hear me?
I can't see you.
Can you guys see me? Don't know. Okay, you can hear me. Oh, what's going on, guys? I don't know why it's not showing up on the original link for my actual stream, but it's showing up here. Let me give me a second here, guys. Let me try to get this let me try to get this squared away. I tell you, it's not easy. And now I'm getting text messages on the side here. Let me mute my computer screen. Give me 1 second here. Let me grab this. Boom. And boom. Thank you all for being here and being patient. All right. I don't know why the original link isn't working. So I'm going to put this new link out right now. And then I'll be right with you. And we'll fix this. We'll fix this later. All right, good. I'm glad everybody can hear me. Now, let me double check my screen because I got to be able to show you my screen with the chart because otherwise, what are we doing here? Oh man. Okay. So is that going to be visible? Yes, it is. It's there. Okay, cool beans. All right, guys. Well, thank you very much for being here and putting up with the technical difficulties. Tell you, man, I'm a complete noob when it comes to this technology stuff. I know my partner's watching on the other side and he's laughing, but I'm really, really happy to see you guys here today. So, really excited. What we're going to do here is we're going to go over a couple of trades and including my new swing trade that I opened up today. And then we're going to introduce the new team member to the Day Trader chat room. You guys are going to want to meet him and maybe ask him some questions about how he trades and his strategies. He's also going to be giving away his book for free. All right, he has a book on Amazon. He's going to be giving that one away for free for every new member that signs up. Yeah, so we're going to jump into that here. But before we do, I want to once again say thank you to all of you guys here. I see you all here. They Ball of Time, Tiger Roll, Ismail, Babla, Umberto, Tom. Thank you guys, Joseph. You know, definitely wanted to give you guys all a shout out for being here and supporting the stream. Now, first things first, we're gonna go ahead and talk about my trade, my swing trade that I just opened up. But I just realized, can you guys see me well? Because I have one light that I did not turn on. I can turn that one on if you want me to. Otherwise, we can leave it as is right here. Let me grab the screen, make this smaller. Boom. 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 Yeah, wrong one. All right, guys. So PLTR and Julio, what's up, man? Thank you for coming by. It's good. Okay, cool. All right, cool, Tom. It's good. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. So, all right, guys. So let's go ahead and jump into this right here. It's 8:08 p.m. PLTR. PLTR is something that I've been watching now for a little while, and I really wanted to take a swing trade on it. And I was a little bit late to the party today on it, but I am in the swing. You can see here PLTR, you know, this thing just a monster, a monster. We saw this thing go from 10 bucks. I remember telling you guys I wanted to buy it around 15, right around when we were up here in the 16s and 18, 17 area. I wanted to pull back to like 15 to buy it. Never got it. This thing just went. And then we finally started to pull it in. And today I was watching for a move up above 26. I wanted to see that happen, and then I wanted to get a pullback to 25.50 so I can get long for a swing trade. Now, I did not get a chance at that at that entry. Let me see here. You can see today's action on PLTR. Let me move this back a little bit. I was not watching it throughout this right here, throughout this move here, because I was actually trading. I traded Tesla. I traded GEC. I think it was GEC, right? That GTEC. I traded that one today, and I traded Tesla. I wound up with a real nice day. When I did my recap this morning, I posted up the live trades. I was up almost $300, but I finished the day up about 500 and change, I want to say. But I didn't get to capitalize on this PLTR and catch this pullback here into this 25.50 where I really wanted it, because I wasn't watching it. So then what I did was I waited and waited to see if it can break 26. It does, but it breaks 26, and then I say, okay, I want a 25.50 retest. Come back down here, give me a test so I can buy shares. I wanted to buy like 500 shares and hold it to see if we can get a push to 30. Take some off, and then hold the rest of it to see if we got to push to $40. And unfortunately, it just kept going. And then finally, I got a pullback to $27 and change eventually, 26 and change. And I bought a couple hundred shares at two different price points. And then as the day went on, you see here, as the day went on, we started to push. And right up in here, I took my shares off. I booked some profit on my shares, and I kept two calls that I had. Now, the calls that I have on Palantir here are $30 calls, January either 11th or January 15th expiration. I don't remember off the top of my head. So I have those two calls. I wanted to buy more, but I wanted to just ease into the position. I had those two calls. I sold one call towards the end of the day because I wanted to go play with Tesla again, and I did. Lost a little bit of money. Then I made it all back on another trade on Tesla. I lost like $100, and then I made it back and a little bit more on the secondary trade on Tesla. So right now, as it stands, I only have one call on Palantir, either January 11th or January 15th expiration, and the strike is $30. I'm going to hold on to that for an extended period of time here. And I have two decisions to make eventually. If Palantir decides to squeeze up over 30 and make a push to 40, I'm either going to have to decide whether or not I'm going to take profit on that call, or I'm going to hold that call and maybe exercise that contract later. So I'm unsure what I'm going to do with that at this point right now. It just depends how violent PLTR wants to get. If Palantir goes insane, because it's a good company, if it goes crazy, I might decide to exercise that contract and keep those shares. But for now, I'm actually going to be looking to see if I get any shots at adding back to those calls. So basically right now what I have is a feeler. We'll see what happens there with that. Now, before we move any further and move on to introducing the new member of the team, I'm asking you guys, do you have any questions for me? You want to share any tickers that you want me to look over? You have any questions about trading? Anything at all, drop it there in the comment section and we'll go over it. Let's see here. To Pete, Tesla is insane, man. Tesla is on another planet. That thing is just ripping. I in my mind, I want Tesla tomorrow to be an inside day, just a little consolidation day before we make another move. ZS, what do you think? So Umberto wants me to check out ZS. Let's take a look at that. ZS. Okay, so ZS looks like it's flagging on the daily. Let me bring it up over here. So ZS. Let's look at the daily. It looks like we're starting to flag there on the daily, Umberto. What I see here, let me show you on the trade ideas chart. We'll make this a little bigger. Boom. Try to zoom in here for you. So here you see this is a perfect example of a potential flag pattern. You see that we've have the flagpole huge increase in volume, and now we're having these inside days consolidating on decrease in volume. This is exactly what you want to see. If we break up and out of this flag formation, we're going to want to see an increase in volume on that daily there. So we want to make sure that, you know, it continues to flag and hold that area. I would probably look to potentially, like if I was in this, right? I don't even know what ZS is. If I was in ZS, my play would be, I would not be in this just yet. I'm trying to make this screen smaller here for you. Okay, so if I was in ZS, let me take a look. Oh wow, this thing is at all-time highs. So I would have a hard time playing ZS, but if I was playing it, I'd hold 170, that's 176 area as potentially my stop. So I just, you know, start drawing out that flag formation here and seeing what it could do. Let me look at this 15-minute for you real quick. ZS. Yeah, you know, it's basically that 176. If we break under 176, then you have room to fall to 163. Break underneath that, you have a gap to fill to the downside. I don't know how good of a company it is or not. I really have no idea what ZS does. You know, frankly, usually we don't really care. But since we're talking about a swing trade here, you know, that's what I would be looking at here. You have a bull flag formation that is starting to form here. You know, I'd continue watching that. If it was me and I was going to trade it, I probably wouldn't get in now. I'd probably look to see if we can get a break out of the flag, maybe a quick little test of the breakout area, and then maybe I'd get long. That's what I would do if I was going to swing that, but I won't be looking at that, but I hope that helps. Jesse, do you see PLTR as a good long-term investment? Bob, I do. I think PLTR is a good long-term investment, and that's why I'm considering if it really takes off, I might exercise that contract and keep those shares. It just depends what it does, right? Because I can always buy into it later, and I do want to buy into it later, but in my Roth IRA, I don't have any PLTR in my Roth right now. In my Roth, I have a mutual fund. I have some Boeing. I have some Tesla. I have some Carnival Cruise Line because I got it cheap. I have some Disney. And recently I started adding AMD into it as well. Karen wants to know how much money I have in my portfolio, in my retirement portfolio, like my portfolio, or like in my day trading account. I day trade currently with almost $40,000. I draft out money every so often. Like in the summer, I drafted out some money to help pay for a boat lift at the property down in the Keys for my boat. Have I ever mentioned, what is that, JMIA investing IQ? JMIA? I don't think I've ever mentioned it. I mean, maybe throughout some recaps, but I've never really, you know, dove in deep into it. I hope I'm not missing anybody, guys. I see, yeah, Umberto, the flag. That's the only thing I see there on the daily. Paul, no, I was not looking at a fib level. I was purely looking at just the daily levels and the hourly chart. Since it was a swing trade, I don't really pay much attention to. I mean, the fib levels are still practical and can be used, but since it was a swing trade, I was just looking at the big levels on the daily and on the hourly chart, and I was going off of that. That's why I was looking at 26 and 25.50. NIO. All right, so we got a couple minutes here before I gotta cut into introduce our new team member and have him talk to you about himself. So NIO surprisingly holding up very well. I've heard, I don't know if it's true or not, honestly, because I don't have an investment in NIO. I know I've day traded it in the past here and there, but I don't have any long-term shares. But I've heard that NIO, I think they are actually audited by American companies. So all that stuff that's going on with how these EVs from China are being audited, it seems like it's not really affecting it drastically. There's a lot of fanboys out there on NIO. So if I come on here now and say, oh, I think it's overvalued, I mean, Tesla's overvalued. It's the truth of the matter, but it doesn't matter. It's irrelevant, right? Because the market's going to price it at what the market's willing to pay. So as far as NIO goes, I don't know if that's a good company to invest in the long term. I know some people are like, oh, it's going to be the next Tesla. Look, I'm not looking for the next Tesla. I'll invest in Tesla. And when Tesla pulls back one of these days again, I'll buy some more Tesla. And that's in my Roth. I was not in Babla. Bob Lab, I was not in PLTR at 11:30. And since it was a swing trade, I was not worried about the 3 minute chart either, or the 5 minute chart. When I'm in the swing trade, I'm just looking at the 15-minute chart intraday, the hourly, and the daily. Robert, what's up, man? All right, so we got 1 minute here, and then what we're gonna do, guys, is we're gonna go ahead and patch in my boy. He's gonna start talking about how he trades. We're gonna ask him some questions. You guys can ask him some questions. He's gonna go over all the details. I'm gonna let you know what he's gonna be doing at the day trader chat room, and after that, we'll go ahead and jump back into maybe some other Q&As and some other charts and stuff like that. You can ask him questions as well. So let's see, how do we get him on over here? Because yeah. All right, let me get my mouse here. Let me make sure he's ready to rock and roll. And if he is ready, alrighty. So let's go ahead and do this. So hopefully, all right, guys. Now, Umberto, I just look at the daily, the hourly, and the 15-minute. That's really what I look at. For some reason, I do not. He's not showing up on there. Almost. Hold on, guys, because these
1 second, Trace.
screen shares are never just as smooth as you'd want them to be. So we're gonna get him up here. Umberto, I just look at the daily and the hourly. The daily and the hourly, that's what I look at when I'm going to set up a swing trade. That's why on the PLTR, I was identifying my levels on the daily first. Then I started looking at the hourly throughout the day and the 15-minute.
Yes. There we go. Can you hear me, Jesse?
Richard, I didn't see you there, man. Hi, what's up, bro? Thank you for tuning in. That's awesome. glad you're there. Hey, look, so here we go, guys. This is the man, the myth, and the legend right here, Kevin Avery. He is coming on board to the Day Trader chat room. He's going to be one of our moderators, and I'm really excited to bring him on the team. I know most of you know him already because he's been on YouTube for a while now. And I wanted to introduce him to you guys as the new moderator at the Day Trader chat room. What Kevin will be doing is he'll be handling a lot of the pre-market stuff. He'll be on the mic. He'll be on the mic all day, just like me, but he will be basically, the boss of the show from 8 a.m. till 9 a.m. every single morning, going through pre-market analysis, showing you all the charts, and going through everything. Then he'll be moderating the chat as well as posting out his alerts and any comments that he needs to make throughout the day and the morning while we're trading. So now, if you have any questions for him, now will be the time. But before we do that, I'm going to let Kevin take it away and tell you a little bit about himself.
What is going on, traders? Excited to be with you guys. Excited to be with Jesse and partnering with the Day Trader chat room by JesseW. Was very excited. Thank you, Jesse, for inviting me on board.
Awesome, man. Glad to have you.
Yeah, I was honestly about to I was getting ready. Yeah, I've been trading for half a decade now. So I was actually, and honestly, with that sounds better. 5 years, half a decade. I like half a decade. Sounds longer. Jesse and I have known each other for a while. I've known him. I mean, we essentially started YouTube kind of along the same. We started about the same.
Yeah.
A few years ago.
Just about.
Ago or so. I've been on this YouTube thing for a while now. Jesse's done it very, very well, and the hustle is real with him. So honestly, that's part of the reason I really wanted to join. I was thinking about doing my own thing next year, 2021, and then he reached out, and I'm like, man, if there's anybody I want to partner with, it's freaking Hustle with JesseW. This guy's incredibly reputable. He's a great guy. He's always about education and consistency. There's so many guys, mods out there or chat rooms that are focused on flashing the big numbers and whatnot. And Jesse's about consistency. And that's exactly what I am. If I could wrap up my trading, consistency, baby. That's what it's all about. Once you get consistent, throw some zeros on the end of your orders, you'll be making more money.
That's it.
That's it. So that's what I do, pre-market analysis. I've been doing that for a long, long time now. Been trained for 5 years, been mentored by my mentor right now. He's been trained for a few decades, incredibly consistent. I've been with him for a few years. That at Intensity Stock Watch, which you guys are going to get at the Day Trader chat room. You're going to get that in the morning. We're going to be doing pre-market analysis every morning before Jesse goes live. This is something I flip through charts all morning. Chartmaster 5000 over here. Flip through charts all morning. And we do pre-market stream every single day, every morning. Always up here in the office, my happy place. This is my Disney World. And this is what we do, baby. It's what we do every day. So I'm very excited. We're going to be bringing a lot of value, Jesse and I, to this room. A lot of stuff going on. I don't know if they're up to date on everything, but you're getting my book, Among the 10%. You're going to be getting Jesse's courses. There's future courses. You're going to be available for the one-on-one. We're going to be doing one-on-one sessions with you guys. There's literally, this is what I'm most excited about, which you guys probably, I don't know how. I take this very, very serious, and I hate streaming on YouTube because there's such a freaking delay.
Yeah.
That's something I hate so much. But a lot of people, I don't know if they hate. I take this so serious, and I don't accept stuff like that. 10, 15-second delay is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah. So it's gonna be no delay, or like half a second or 1 second. That's something very, very excited about. We're going to post charts. You guys are going to see charts every single day, a watch list every morning. I mean, the list goes on. I'm running out of breath over here.
So guys, yeah, Kevin's going to come on board, and the guy's awesome at pre-market. He really is. I've been watching his live streams for a little while now, and he's just there, man. He's in the zone. And like me, his focus is consistency. It's not about, oh, let me just take 15,000 shares of whatever penny stock is pumping today and hope that it goes higher, right? It's not about buying a pre-market breakout at the bell. It's none of that stuff to us. To us, it's about our specific strategies and just doing that over and over and over every single day. Over and over every single day. Because look, when you finally reach consistency as a trader, your trading kind of becomes boring. And that's not the best thing for the YouTube world, because you basically are just trading the same stuff almost every single day, or the same strategy almost every single day in a sense. Exactly. Like, look, for example, today I posted out my video recap in the morning. What did I trade? I traded Tesla. Tesla has made me a lot of money this year. And I traded the absolute nonsense out of Tesla in the summertime. After I was done with Tesla, what was it that popped up? Let me look at my scanner here. GTEC popped up. That's a low floater. I was actually talking about it when I recorded my recap. And if you go watch my recap, you'll see the levels I talk about. After I was done recording my recap, I took those levels and I took them on a quick little trade, very small size, because it's so volatile at that point. And I made some extra money on the day. But it wasn't about chasing. No. It was about identifying the levels, which Kevin's really good at in pre-market, identifying the levels, and then pressing the button. A lot of times people identify their levels and they don't press the button. And the only reason you don't press the button is because you're afraid of being wrong. And you're afraid of being wrong because you're afraid of losing money. And you're afraid of losing money because you're oversized, because these gurus out there have told you that you need to have big size to make big money. But if you go through my channel, you'll notice and you'll see that it's no such thing. Look, just last week on Monday, 250 shares of QS, I made over $1,000 in just a few minutes. You don't need a whole ton of size to make a lot of money. And my risk was $1 a share, and all I had was 250 shares. So you do the math. It's the risk reward. Once you got your risk reward down packed, forget about it.
But Jesse, we don't want to hear about risk reward. We just want to hear about Lambos.
Just want to know where to buy here, sell there, and just get Lambos, and you're done.
Jesse and I are we trade different, and this is the unique thing. We actually trade a little different, but we focus on consistency. So you can know and be guaranteed for certain that that's what we're focused on as far as you guys go. We're not interested in pumping stocks. That is a absolute no-go. In fact, that's one of my responsibilities as a moderator. Let's slap you guys. Anybody pumping stocks, that is not something we're focused on doing in the chat room. But what we do is, and I actually pulled up GTEC this morning. It literally bounced off of my level at 875, I believe it was. Let me pull that up. But anyways, that was part of the pre-market analysis this morning. Yeah, literally, or 766. Yeah, bounced right off of the support level we went over this morning. But we go through every stock. GTEC is not even something I would trade. I don't really trade the low floaters. But I go over everything because some guys do. I teach everything. We go over low floaters, mid caps, large caps, small caps, penny caps, every cap. we cap them.
I trade everything. I try to
Yeah.
trade the most usually lately the larger cap stocks because the moves are much cleaner. But
Hmm.
I trade everything. Just like today, I traded GTEC. I go where the money's at. If for my strategy, if I my strategy, I find it in a $2 stock or in a $2,000 stock, I'll trade it. I don't care. It's irrelevant to me. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So, and if let's say, oh Jesse, but I don't have, $50,000 in buying power. I don't have $100,000 in buying power to buy 200 shares of Tesla, right? Okay, the options are there. They're available. Today I traded the shares on Tesla and then I went and I traded the options purposely on a setup just so that I could record it so I can add it to the options course that we're putting out in January. The options course is already finished. I'm just going to add this extra content in there so you can see a couple option contracts, made a couple $100 and I was done. So there's everything you can do there. Also really really important, guys, and I actually tweeted about this on the weekend over the weekend. If you don't follow me on Twitter, make sure to check out the link in the description so you can follow me on Twitter. Also make sure you follow Kevin on Twitter. Very very important. The day trader chat room, the name says it all. It's about day trading, it's about swing trading, it's about stock trading. But if you have been a subscriber of mine here on the channel, you know that I don't only day trade. Come on, it's Hustle with JesseW. That's the name. Real estate investing, side hustles, how to flip things, all of that. I do that. And I'm going to cover it in future courses that are going to be coming up early next year. Like we're going to have a little bit of a real estate course going on probably by the spring of next year. Latest, it would be early summer. Absolute latest. That's my goal. I'm working on it already so that I can be ready and fine tuned for then. I purchased a property in the Keys last year. Okay, I got this property for $440,000. I identified a diamond in the rough. We fixed it up with like I think less than $20,000. I refinanced it this year, dropped the mortgage interest on it, got the new appraisal, and the new appraisal came in at 510. Already sitting on equity, guys. All of this, we're gonna go over all of this. It's gonna be like this one-stop shop for all things hustle. That's what it's all about. So Peter, options contracts are totally foreign to me. Looking forward to learning about them. So Pete, you can learn about them in the course, man. They're gonna be there. You're gonna be able to tear it up. Oh, Roy's been trading for the last 3 years. Oh man, that's what's up. Thanks, man. I'm glad you liked the channel, Roy. Big Bada said all types of caps because Kevin said all types of caps. Oh man,
I gotta
Kevin.
pull up what they're saying.
Yeah, they're in chat. You got to check out the chat there. What do you guys? No, just me. Just me says, are you going to charge more for all these classes? No, negative. We have different tiers for you to pick from as far as becoming a subscriber of the Day Trader chat room. And the quarterly plan is basically like a bare bones plan. You get one little course and that's it. But all the other plans have access to all the courses, and they will always have access to all our courses, always and forever. And whatever price that you pay to start off today will always continue being your price in the future. Like I don't care. Like let's say you get the yearly today for like whatever, $800. I don't really, with the discount code that we gave, I don't know what it's gonna come out to. Maybe like 820. I have no idea. Whatever it comes out to, dude, 5 years down the line, we could be charging $4,000 like some of these gurus out there charge, and you're gonna be paying $800 or whatever it is you pay today.
10 easy payments of $99.99.
Tom, how do you follow Kevin? That's easy. Kevin, just put your link to your YouTube there in the chat.
Avery Day Trading. That's where it's at. So I'll be doing live streams till so here's what we're going to do for the guys that are watching in my room, that go to the daytraderchatroom.com. This is where you're going to find out all the information here. I'm going to say you guys as well. What is the code? You get like $50 off if you do it tonight, Jesse. Is that right?
$50 off tonight. Yeah.
The Day Trader. Yeah, cool. Yeah, so $50 off. Save 50 today. There you go. And that doesn't charge you. Well, that charges you now, but their membership starts like the end of the month, December 31st.
Yeah, so if you pay today, it will charge you today, and the chat, you'll have full access upon the 28th, okay, to everything in our chat. But let's say you do the yearly, your account doesn't really kick in until January 1st. So you're basically going to get a week for free, in other words.
That's perfect. Yep, so everybody's getting a week. for free. Where was I going with that? Yeah. So guys, go ahead and my guys, go ahead and look at the daytraderchatroom.com for you guys that have been following me for a while. That I've been doing pre-market analysis every single morning with you guys. For those that can't necessarily upgrade their day trading life like we're doing here, we're trying to upgrade everything because we take this so serious. I'm still going to be doing a free, like I'm still going to be on YouTube maybe once a week live streaming for you guys that can't afford it and are maybe in school or something and just don't have the money, or coronavirus has hit you, whatever. You guys know we have a heart for helping everyone out. So once a week, maybe we'll be doing that. But for those that are going to be upgrading, this site is going to be amazing. Absolutely amazing. We're going to have everything. It's a one-stop shop. One-stop shop, as Jesse said. You won't have to go anywhere else. I mean, you won't even have to go to Facebook. We're going to have our own social media.
Oh man, it is. That's the whole point of it. It's when we initially, Jonah and I started discussing this and making this happen. I told him right out of the gates, dude, we're gonna be doing real estate. We're gonna be doing side hustle courses, guaranteed. Because especially for new traders are starting out and they're trying to build up their account so they can trade.
Yeah.
They got like $2,500, $3,000. They're like, man, I need to make some more money so I can have a nice little cushion when I launch. Dude, we're gonna show you how to do side hustles so you can make some extra money so you can fund your account when you're ready to go live. And what's that? Oh, and yeah, that's it, guys. That's the whole goal, is to have everything like there, just real estate, side hustles, okay, the day trading, the swing trading, the options, because it's everything I do. We will, in essence, what I want is the day trader chat room to be an extension of my YouTube, just much more detailed. With basically, we're gonna hold your hand throughout the whole process. Because I can put out videos forever, but there's only so much I can do, time wise, like that. So here we're gonna be able to like get with a tight group of people, and we can grow together, and just continue moving along. I have a lot of friends that are gonna be doing parts of those courses with me, like the real estate. I have a friend that flips houses. And he's going to come on board. We're going to go ahead and have like interviews with him. He's going to let us know how. I don't flip houses. I don't flip houses. I like to have houses for rentals, but I don't flip houses. He does. So when we're going to talk about flipping houses, I'll let you know what I've learned, and he's going to come on and he's going to talk to you about what he does all the time, because that's what he does for a living.
So Jesse, for my guys, can you describe a little bit about your trading style and what they can expect jumping in here and learning from the both of us, especially you?
Yeah, absolutely. So the way I trade is very, very simple. It's just the problem is, like, when I say it on YouTube, people are like, "Oh, it's so simple," right? It is simple. I wait for pullbacks. That's it. I don't. When I first started trading years ago, my thing was buying the breakouts. And when you would just buy those breakouts, they'll pop 10 cents, 5 cents, 15 cents, and then just flush.
And then elevated down, baby.
Yes, the elevator down. And man, you'd just be there like a deer with headlights. And then I've had my issues as a trader, right? My issues were never holding bags. I've never held a bag. So I would just bang out of that position, market order out of it. I'm done. I'm gone. But then I'd be down $200, $300, $400, $500. And I'm like, oh, wow. And that it wasn't for me. So learning to trade pullbacks into support zones was what I learned to do. And yeah, I could be buying a stock that's already made 100% move on the day. Yeah, I'm the guy who will long that. I'll long it, no problem, if it gives me a pullback to a level that I feel comfortable buying in. And my risk rewards are generally $1 to $2. I'll risk $1 to make $2 minimum. I'll never do, oh, I'm risking $1 to make $1. No. Maybe I'll take profit at a 1-to-1 on a partial if I see something in the chart that I'm not liking. But generally speaking, I'm trying to risk $1 to make $3. Generally, on average, this averages me out over to the course of time to where my average risk reward is ranging between like risking $1 to make $1.90 to $2 and change when you average me out across the year. So I try to do that 1 to 3 risk reward so that it's less stressful, right? You could be wrong a few times and then you get that one trade that just makes it all better.
You guys hear what he's saying, though? He's talking about risk and managing risk. It's an unpopular topic, right? Because the amateur traders focus on profits. They just focus on spinning the wheel. And professional traders, they focus on risk management. They predefine their risk. Amateurs adjust their risk parameters mid-trade. It's a bad idea. Bad idea. A stock break, you're buying the breakout. You buy the breakout. You were just playing for a little scalp, and then, oops, turn into a long-term investor. Now I'm a baggy. Because why? You didn't have any risk. You were just going in for a scalp, and now, oops, deer in headlights. I'm a long-term investor till the account goes. So risk management, that's something we're going to be going over a lot as well.
Exactly. And I see here, Big Ball is saying that he's a conservative trader. I don't consider myself to be a conservative trader in the sense because I like, for example, if I see that there's momentum in a play like Tesla, for example, and I see Tesla has gapped up in the morning, pulled back in, and then it breaks over VWAP, I will literally buy the VWAP break. That's an aggressive trade. I'm buying a breakout, we can call it, even though it's nowhere near the high of day. I'm buying that break of VWAP. That's an aggressive trade. That's an aggressive trade. A more conservative trade will be waiting for it to pull back into VWAP, but it's something that I already have like the feel for that stock. I know, like me and Tesla, we go back. We know each other very well. So I'll buy that break. So that's an aggressive entry. But what I'll do is, since it's more aggressive than a normal trade for me, I decrease my size. Why do I do that? To manage risk. I'll know where my risk is and I will stop out of it. Okay. But I decrease my size so that I can manage my risk.
Absolutely. Yeah, you hit Tesla again today, didn't you?
Yeah, I traded Tesla again today.
You see that thing? Do you see that thing, dude?
Man, why don't move, man? I was really mad. I was really mad at myself because
Yeah.
I could have done so much better. But I mean, I say that all the
That's
time.
what I mean, as a day trader, you're always, I mean, guys, if you really want to hate yourself, become a day trader.
Yeah.
There's something to be mad at every single day.
It
Every
doesn't
single
matter.
day.
Like the
Literally every day.
the other
I
day,
didn't, yeah.
the other day, like 2 weeks ago, I day traded Tesla. I made $2,000 on it, a little bit over $2,000 on it, on options. I took 6 contracts, and I was mad. At the end of the day, I called Jonah up and I'm talking to him, and I'm like, dude, how I made over $2,000 today, and I'm mad.
Yep. That's what happens. That is what happens. And that's why we're also going to be teaching you guys how to scale out. This is so my since I started day trading, you got to look at yourself almost in the third person and realize what are your flaws. And I'm not afraid to share that. The one thing I've struggled with since the inception of my trading career is taking profits too early. Always, I see someone throw, I see a Benjamin Franklin on the ground, I want to pick it up. That's just the way I am. So the way to mitigate that is to scale out along the way. So usually I scale into positions. I love the power of scaling. I cannot wait to teach you guys how to scale. It is a beautiful thing. And also scaling out of your winners. It doesn't necessarily have to be single entry, single exit. The beautiful thing with the power of scaling is you can scale in, you can scale out. In fact, I did that on Arlo this morning. We were watching that cup and handle pattern, and I was just hitting the pops, adding to it as it pulled back, hitting the pops again, scaling in and out of it, baby, working that core. Going to be going over all this. I cannot wait to teach you guys some of this stuff.
That's awesome because I also scale out of trades. I don't necessarily scale into them very often, but I tend to scale out of them. So, the way Kevin trades, while it's different from my strategy, what's very similar, and that's why I was super confident and felt at ease bringing him on board as the team, is risk management. The dude manages his risk, and that's what we have to always do. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, you're gonna be wrong. I'm gonna be wrong. It's managing the risk that keeps us alive in the game.
I'll tell you what kills most traders is ego. Ego completely obliterates traders from the game. You got to eliminate ego. In fact, I literally, like in my office here, I got a big note every time I walk in. It says, Kevin, do not walk through this door with ego. You take ego completely out of your trades before you trade. We're going to do a quote of the day every single morning and chat with you guys. And this morning, the quote of the day was, expect less from your trades and more from your trading. Expect less from your trades. What does that mean? Well, amateurs, they expect trades to do certain things. Expect less from them and expect more discipline, expect more patience. You got to expect a lot more out of yourself. Stop thinking the trades are going to do all the work. As Mark Douglas said, be very rigid with your rules, flexible with your profit expectations. It's unpopular to talk about this stuff. Rules, risk management, this is unpopular amongst the gurus out there, but Jesse and I, we keep it real. We're very honest, and we care about everybody. We want everyone to succeed. We're all about education and consistency.
Consistency, man. That's all it is always, because everybody, like I said, everybody gets all these YouTube ads and the Facebook ads with the jets and the Lambos. And I understand that calls in people that generally are like looking to get rich quick. And dude, I'll tell you right now, day trading, investing, anything that has to do with making money and becoming rich outside of the lottery, there's no such thing as get rich quick. Of course, that you can get lucky. You can. It's possible. But listen, it's get lucky. It's not get skilled, right? When you become skilled at something, it takes a long time to get rich. Doctors become skilled doctors. It takes them years to get there. Okay, like what makes somebody think they're just going to come on in here and battle with all these algorithms and battle with all these professional traders that have been trading forever, decades upon decades, and they're just going to get rich, right? Because so and so turned $500 into $1 million inside of 2 or 3 years. That's not reality.
That
It's
is
not reality.
literally like one of the most confusing things to me as I've been trading for years. Everyone who jumps in like their first week of trading, okay, if you want to learn how to play basketball, do you think the first week of learning you just want to go out there on the NBA court and like, man, I'm going to take on LeBron James, baby. I'm ready. I don't need a paper trade practice. Come on, LeBron James, I got you. I got like who? What? Like this is exactly the same thing when you're trading. You got to put in the time. You got to put like I remember I used to watch professional athletes on the TV like snowboard. They were going up and down the slopes, like doing flips, all this crazy stuff. It looked easy. It really looked easy. I got out there thinking, man, I'm gonna do the same thing. Guys, I was tripping all the way down the bunny slope. I, I couldn't even keep the things on. So it's the same thing with trading. Don't deceive yourself. It's gonna take time, but Jesse and I are here to help jumpstart that for you.
That's it, because we've been there, we've done it, right? We've been there, we've done it, and people tend to skip the most basic thing, which is paper trading, because you'll hear people out there, oh, it's not the same. No, of course it's not the same, genius. It's not supposed to be the same. Paper trading is your training wheels. You're going to figure out what type of trader you are in paper trading. Within the courses that I have, I teach you at the end of the course, right? Basically at the end of the course, how to transition from a paper trading account to a live account, because most people, they just go in and they do their paper trading and they're like, okay, boom, I've been profitable for 2 months. First of all, that's not enough time, but I've been profitable for X amount of time. Now I'm going to go live. And then they go into going live with like the same size or bigger than when they were trading in their paper account. And I'm going to teach you exactly how to transition so that you can be transitioning seamlessly and not go through all the issues that I went through when I transferred or transitioned from a paper trading account to a live account.
Yeah. Oh wait, like so for example, when I trade in the morning, usually I'm going over like 10 to 15 tickers from pre-market analysis. And when the market opens, I'm usually in like a few different tickers, which is kind of unpopular as well because it's difficult to focus those. But for me, it helps me see things clearly. When you're like so focused on one chart that you're this is entirely unpopular, FYI, but when you're so focused on one ticker, for me at least, it I get married to it. And being married to a ticker is a big problem. Big problem, because then ego comes in. When I'm in multiple tickers, I'm able to say, okay, this one's not working, cut it. These are working. Okay, let's scale these. Let's work these a little bit harder. That's what's been working for me a lot recently. Scaling into, start with a feeler. We're going to go over all this, starting with feeler positions. What is a feeler position? That's a starter entry. It's to get a feel for the stock. Is it doing what you expect? If it's not doing what you expect it to do, get out of it. You're either right or you're right out. Right or right out.
See that, and that shows you right here how different traders we are, right? Because Kevin, the bell rings, and Kevin has, within a few minutes, he has two or three different positions open, and I've seen him do it. And I'm like, I haven't opened more than one position at the same time since I think August, and I was super proud and happy of it because I made a lot of money, and I posted the video on YouTube.
Nice.
And I don't generally do that. There are occasions where I will have one, two, maybe three trades working at the same time, and but I don't. I like to. I'm hyper focused when I'm into one, so I don't really try to do that because it makes me a little jittery. And you have to know your boundaries. And for me personally, every year, every few weeks or months, I push my boundaries a little bit, but I push them very, very slowly, almost to the point where it's not noticeable. Because if you push them too hard, too fast, you get nervous. And if you get nervous, that's when mistakes happen and you don't let the trades work themselves out according to your plan.
Yeah,
You always want to make sure
absolutely.
you let the trades work out according to your plan.
Being emotional is, I mean, if you can reduce the emotions and see your trades as clearly as possible, that is the idea. And that's why I have multiple charts pulled up, because it helps me like not be so married to one. But that's exactly right, the emotions. Actually, on one of my monitors, I have 6 charts pulled up in the morning. I'll load 6 charts, and that I'll be watching all of them. I don't look at P&L. I just look at my charts. That's all I look at. I stay focused on those. I go in with consistent sizing, consistent risk, size in accordingly. If you're inconsistent, if you have inconsistency in your sizing, you're saying, oh, let's throw, $2,000 there, $5,000 there, blah, 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 blah. If you are inconsistent there, guess what? Inconsistent trading is going to be inconsistent results every single time. You want to keep it consistent across the board. But emotions are a huge, huge thing. If we can eliminate them, it's going to help us out. And if you are emotional on a trade, I think Jesse alluded to this earlier. If you're emotional on a trade, it's either one of two problems that you're facing. A, you're either sized in too heavy, or B, you're not going in with a trading plan. Those
Yep.
two things are where traders hurt themselves the most, and probably because they're waking up at 9:25 and they don't have a trading plan. We're going to be going over trading plans every single morning. It's incredibly important. Creating a blueprint for your trading. Like I do essentially the trading and pre-market, although I'm not pressing the buttons. All trading is doing is pressing the buttons. In my mind, I'm doing the trading and pre-market because I'm creating the plan. But when trading happens, click, press the button. That's it. Once you have a trading plan and you're sized appropriately, eliminate those emotions. It's going to help your trading out tremendously, tremendously. Emotional trading, bad, bad place to be. This is stuff we're going to go over a lot, help you guys with.
Guys, here's a
Stuff you
link that
guys
I'm
got
gonna
to deal
put
with.
on here for you. This is for like new traders that are basically brand new and don't know much about the market at all. Here's something for you.
What we doing? We about to
Oh,
see something.
Brian, Kevin, Brian, there's talking about your social media stuff. He wants to know what it is.
Social media.
Yeah, like your Twitter, your YouTube, all that good
Uh,
stuff.
go to, yeah. I'll copy and paste it.
All right, cool beans. All right, so let's see what else we got here. Okay, guys, so now you know, and that we had double announcements going on here. Kevin as the new team member, then you found out about that we're going to be having those real estate courses, the side hustle courses coming up next year. All right, and also a coupon code. You got save 50 today, all capitals, all right, all caps. Save 50 today. That's going to end Friday at midnight, so you want to make sure you take advantage of that coupon code. Sue Pete, I use Charles Schwab as my broker and I use their Street Smarts Edge platform. I like it, it's really good. At least for now, it fits the bill perfectly fine. Kevin, what do you use? I think you use CMEG, no?
Yeah, I use I use CMEC. Yeah. Sorry, I'm posting on. It's not letting me copy and paste the link, but you
That's
guys
weird.
click on my name. You should be good.
Yeah, if you want, text it to me and I'll put it on there, or text it
I
to
keep copy
Jonah.
and pasting it, and it says
Sue Pete, oh no, just me. What time do you wake up to trade? Well, I mean, I don't trade pre-market, but I'm up early, taking care of stuff. I generally start getting on my charts around 8:30. Start putting out some, lines and some notes, looking to see why they're gapping up or gapping down, looking at for press release stuff like that. And then generally, I start finalizing my plan around 9:15.
Yeah, guys, we're going to be doing 3 types of analysis every morning: trader analysis, technical analysis, fundamental analysis. We go over all of them. So fundamental is going to be like, we're going to be looking at PRs. Technical, we always do what? Look left of the chart. Looking left of the chart is incredibly important. Looking at a chart's past chart history. I can't preach it enough. I don't even know how to trade without looking at the past chart history. I have a whole monitor dedicated to past chart history because like I'd be blind. I would, if I was trading without it, I would literally be trading blind without it. Because why? I mean, for instance, if you guys want to know something about Jesse, ask him about his past, and guess what? It's going to be a nice little indication of how, kind of his future. If you look at his past and you're like, man, this guy's a hustler, guess what? His future going to look a little hustly wustly as well. I don't know if that's a word, but there you go. That's what it is. We're going to be doing those 3 types of analysis every morning. I'm going to be teaching you guys all the different analysis.
Yeah, absolutely. If you do look at my past, it's like that. Like, okay, one of the reasons why my risk management is so good in trading is because I put a special emphasis on it from day one when I knew nothing about trading. And you might ask yourself, why would you even think of having risk management when you knew nothing about trading? Simple. For the past 15 years, I've been self-employed. Literally self-employed. I do not know what it's like to clock into a job anymore. Like, I'm a wild animal at this point. You try to put me in an office and I'm just gonna be like, I'm gonna break the door down and
Yeah.
run away. So because I've been self-employed for so long, managing my risk has been absolutely essential and in essence a part of my basically my DNA at this point,
Yeah.
because I need to know how to manage my money. I need to know how to manage my risk so that I don't miss some sort of payment on something, right? Like my mortgage. Another thing is I don't like consumer debt. I don't have consumer debt. I don't even owe money on my cars. Okay. I don't like consumer debt. The only debt that I like is mortgages because they make me money. That's really the reality of it for me. So unless the
I don't know
debt,
if we could get any more similar, bro.
for real, I
Yeah,
don't.
I'm a no debt dude. We both have a kid like the same age. Um, everything, bro. I've been self employed for I don't know 7 years or something like that. It's yeah, it is.
So
I'm
yeah, so you relate. It's
very related.
because of that I'm able to like transition that risk management that I learned over those years into my trading, and that's why risk management in my trading, even early on when I was completely a complete noob, risk management kept me alive. Like you know how people are like, "Oh, my first year I blew up my $10,000 account." No, never happened because I knew to manage my risk. I knew that I could not hold bags. Yeah,
Yeah.
just me. I,
So
I, I traded GTEC today, for example.
yeah, that's another thing. Okay, we're going to be showing you consistency, how to make money on a consistent basis, but then protecting the bag. That's a whole nother thing, baby. It's one thing to make money. It's actually, you guys will get it, but then protecting it, that's an emotional thing. You got to learn to let ego go. Let ego go.
Just me. You're asking me if I could have made 100%. I guess that's what you mean, 100% ROI on the Tesla trade that made me $2,000. It's possible. I really don't remember. I think so. I think they went. I think those options. Well, I'm pretty sure. As a matter of fact, honestly, now that I think of it, remember, I scale out of a lot of times. Most of the time, I scale out of my trades. So on one of the last contracts I sold on that position, I literally made over 100% because I was in those options. If I remember correctly, I was in at the and the YouTube video was on there, so you can go look at the YouTube video. Just look it up. It's probably in the last 2 weeks. I was in those options from $6 and change. Okay. And my very last contract or my second to last contract I sold, I think I either sold it at 14 or at $15. So yeah, there you go. All right. So do you guys have scaling out half then half? It's up to you, man. No, yeah, trading stop, but it was a mental trading stop. I don't use hard stops generally unless it's a swing trade. Like today when I was in PLTR, for my swing, I had a hard stop out because I had to step out of the house. Um, okay, cool. So, guys, if you have any more questions about the room, the future courses that we're going to have, which also include futures trading courses, because I've traded futures as well. I haven't traded them in probably the last 2 or 3 months, but I did day trade a lot of futures this year. Let us know now because we're going to be closing up the stream here in a few minutes. So if you have any more questions for Kevin or myself on how we trade or any questions at all, now's the time. Just me, how much do you recommend to trade? I'm guessing you're asking me about dollar amount. That depends on your risk tolerance because you could be a beginner that's literally a multi-millionaire and you risking $1,000 on a trade is nothing to you. So that it all depends on you and your risk tolerance, right? It could be the case. I could tell you right now, hey man, I risk 300 or 400 bucks per trade. Sometimes maybe I go up as high as 500 and you think, oh my God, that's a lot of money. Or you might think, that's nothing because maybe you're crazy rich. I don't know. So that it's up to you.
Yeah. We're going to be going over, like, for example, let me just give you guys a little taste of risk management lesson here. We're going to be risk management. It's for newer traders. What I tell them is keep the risk. And Jesse, you may tell people a little. I'm not sure your approach to this, but I tell newer traders keep your risk consistent. Now, I know a lot of traders out there who've been trading for a while that have dynamic risk. Meaning, have you guys ever sat down at the poker table? You get a pocket pair of if you get a pocket pair of aces, maybe that requires a little bit more risk than 8-2 offsuit. So there's different approaches to risk management. What I'm going to teach people, especially if they just started trading, is keep the risk very consistent because yeah, you can scale into trades, which is what I do. And a lot of traders do that are been trading for a while. They start with feelers, that sort of thing. But there's a huge difference between adding and scaling to a position that a lot of newer traders don't really recognize. And it's not something. It's something that you gotta feel out. You gotta feel those out, and gotta be trained for a while. The difference between adding to a position and scaling to a position is one considers risk and the other doesn't. Adding is saying, okay, you're just holding and hoping. You're a bag holder at that point. You have no risk. You go in with no risk. I said earlier that gamblers, they focus on profit. Traders are managers of risk. Managers of risk. That's what we are, baby. We're not we're focused on trading good, keeping our risk managed. The money follows. Money is a byproduct of good trading and good risk management.
So Tiger Roll had asked also about the starting balance for an account. I mentioned $5,000. The reason why I mentioned $5,000 is just because that's the number that I feel is a decent number. Look, you can start a day trading account with 500 bucks if you want to, but the reality is, especially as a new trader, right? It's not the same. If I start an account with 500 bucks or 1,000 and a new trader starts an account with 500 or 1,000, who do you think is going to have a better shot at making it? Who do you think is going to have less stress trading it? Me or him? Me, obviously, because I've been doing this much longer, right? So trading is stressful enough as it is and difficult enough as it is, especially as a beginner. So starting off with a very small amount of money just adds on to that stress. So I always tell people start with as much money as you can and are willing to lose, right? So like if you have $10,000 to your name and that's all you have in your life, and if you lose half of it, it's going to hurt you like tremendously. I would say you're not ready, right, to go live. You definitely should be trading in the simulator. But if you have an extra $5,000 that you can say, if I lose this, I am not going to lose sleep over it, then I would say that's your starting point.
Absolutely. You never, I mean, that's exactly right. You if you're going in with money you need for life, life things, rent, that sort of thing, you're gonna more emotions are gonna be involved. And remember, we're trying to mitigate emotions, get rid of them, get on out of here, emotions. That's what we're doing, and we're doing everything possible to get rid of those. So that's certainly the idea.
Yeah, I'd say about 6 months to like be paper trading minimum. My opinion, 6 months of paper trading. consistently profitable paper trading. So that means you could be paper trading for a whole year. Um, yeah, like when I started my account, when I started day trading years ago, right? What I did was I pulled out a bunch of money I had in savings and I opened up an account at Speed Trader with $30,000. And I said to myself, I'm gonna give myself $5,000. The only reason I did the 30 was to get up over PDT, but I said I'm gonna trade with $5,000, and that's what I would do. But I go back to telling you that for the past 15 years, or at that point it was probably like more like 10 or something, I was managing risk forever. So managing risk was second nature to me. I could do that without being like afraid of, oh my God, I can easily lose $30,000 because I have no self-control. There's people out there like that, right? So how much you start off with is as much as individualistic as it is how much you risk per trade. That's it. Bob Lab's the man. You are the man. Bob Lab's one of
Yeah.
our members, man. Thank you for watching, brother.
Yeah, to be honest, how much to start with, that is kind of the wrong question. We're going to help jumpstart you guys. We are going to help jumpstart you guys, but ultimately, I will say this: experience in the market is your best friend. Is your best friend. Experience over time. Um, it beats any guru you're ever going to learn from out there. You need to look at charts every single day, because guess what? If you've seen a chart a million times, you kind of know how it's going to play out. You know how it's going to play out every single time,
Let's see.
90% of the time.
Ryan says, yes. What happens when you get into a stock and goes the other way? Do you wait it out or jump out and in? I seem to always miss 5 cents or more jumping out and in. Give me hope, but explain why. So Ryan, when I or Kevin go into a stock, we have a trade plan. Before we hit the buy button, we already know where we're going to enter, where we're going to stop, and where we're going to be taking our profits. You need to have a trade plan before you enter, and we're never going to capture an entire move. Our job isn't to capture an entire move. I I don't care if I left 5 cents on the table or $5 on the table, as long as I sold at my predetermined target. That's it. If I stuck to my trade plan and I was right, I did good. If I stuck to my trade plan and I was wrong and I lost money, guess what? I did good because I stuck to my trade plan. Never hold in hope.
Yeah, huge difference between process and results oriented trading. Results oriented says green trade, good trade, red trade, bad trade. Process oriented says it doesn't matter if the trade was green or red. What it asks and begs of you is, did you adhere to your trading plan? Did you stick to your trading plan? Did you stick to your risk management? That's what process oriented, results oriented is. It's very different, and that's what differentiates professionals from amateur traders. You got to focus on the process oriented, not results. Results is a bad way to go, because, for instance, let's say, if every green trade is a good trade, even if you break your trading rules, well, the next time may be much different. And that's what happens oftentimes. You break your rules and you get rewarded for it, and then you're going to end up blowing an account eventually because of that.
Exactly. Just me, real quick. I'll explain it one more time, real quick for you. The reason why I say something like 5,000 is better than 500 is because, like I said, especially for a new trader, a starting balance that is so small like that, you can blow 500 bucks in a couple minutes. It's so tight, and as a new trader, you're going to be nervous. You're going to be having a tremendous lack of experience. All these things make it so that trading now for you is much harder. Trading is difficult. This is not easy. Don't think that because you look for the I'll tell you, for the past, I don't know how many days I've been green in a row nonstop. I don't know how many days, and I don't say that to show off in that way. I say it because I literally don't know how many days. I haven't even talked about it on YouTube because the last time I went on a streak, it was last December of last year. And I think it was like 18 days in a row of green, nothing but green every single day. And it got to the point where it was making me nervous and jittery. I no longer pay attention to that. I don't care how long I've been green. So that makes me nervous, and I've been doing this for a while, and I'm a profitable trader. Imagine starting an account as a brand new trader with 500 bucks. It'll make you more nervous because you can blow it up like that. So having a bigger cushion allows you more leeway, not to hold in hope, but to get the experience needed, that screen time needed to, in the long term, turn the wheels and become profitable.
Yeah. being green for a long time like that can have an adverse effect as well, because you start feeling like, and this has happened to me, this is why I'm saying it, you start feeling like Superman, like I can't lose. And then then you take a bigger loss than expected, because like
Ego.
I'm Jesse W. I'm Kevin Avery. I can't lose on a trade. You kidding me? This
Ego.
thing's gonna turn around.
Yeah, and you know, it also comes to me like what really comes to my mind, because that happens. You start taking bigger size. I've kept my size the same throughout this entire streak, and I don't even know how many days in a row it's been. But what bothers me, right, when I'm on big streak is that I know the red day's coming, and every morning I'll wake up and I'll be like, could today be the red day? Might tomorrow be the red day? And that really messes with my brain. So I no longer pay attention to that. I just trade.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so emotions. That's the most
Oceans in
difficult
the
part
ocean.
of trading, period. Like,
Yeah.
that's just the most difficult part. It's gonna be uh okay, so you learn to trade, right? You can learn to trade. Learning to trade, learning technical analysis is not difficult in itself. Becoming a profitable trader is difficult because of the emotions, and that is something that each individual has to figure out. In my day trading course that you'll have access to, you'll see like the all the mental aspects of trading and getting over these emotions, and tips and tricks that helped me along the way. But you'll eventually formulate your own. What is one of your longest win streaks? 10 days, 15? Tiger Roll, I think last year in December, all the videos are on YouTube. I think I had about 18 days in a row. It's possible that I've surpassed that this time, because I've been green now. I've been green now for a while, since November, but I don't even want to count it. I'll count it. You know what? I'll count it on December 31st. All right, guys. So I think that about wraps it up. So make sure to check out the daytraderchatroom.com. Use coupon code SAVE today. You see it right there in the chat. And save 50 today, so you can save $50. You're going to get the courses. You're going to get the book that Kevin wrote, Kevin Avery's Among the 10%, because we know 10% of traders are the amount that become profitable. So you'll get to read his book. You'll have a copy of his book there as well. And, you know, we're going to kill it. So starting December 28th is when the chat room will be open. You'll have access to everything that we have on there on December 28th. And we're going to be going over some videos, and we're going to show you how to use the website entirely. The last week of the year tends to be kind of lackluster as far as trading goes. If there's opportunities, we're going to nail them. If there isn't, we're going to go into lessons and how to use the site, because guys, we have an endless amount of resources on the site, and what's to come is huge. So Kevin, you have anything else to add there?
Absolutely huge. Yeah, I'm super excited, guys. And you know, the book, I get nothing for that. You guys get it. That's something I said, Jesse, throw this book in there. Like I get excited for new traders to learn, because I've been doing this 5 years, and man, I'm more motivated than ever. But I don't have to do this. Like I really don't. But I want to. I really want to. So I'm very excited for this opportunity to be doing this with Jesse, and glad he asked me, and super excited for you guys to jump in there and to get to learning. There's nothing more exciting to me than looking at charts, beautiful charts in the morning, looking at you guys as you guys are progressing and learning and getting excited, and getting that experience under your belt and helping jumpstart your trading careers, baby. This is what we're all about, and I cannot wait. It's going to be a great Christmas present to me, man. I can't wait to do this.
Super pumped. Yeah, super pumped. I can't wait. We're going to have an exciting new year. 2021 is going to be awesome. And Brian, you can reach Jonal at info@thedaytraderchatroom.com. Just me, Jesse, you said you learned from... yeah, no, that's not something we'll talk about here. But we can talk about it some other time. Now, guys, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and end the stream here. Any questions, just hit us up. Go to the website, thedaytraderchatroom.com. There's a little chat section with us, or you can go through the contact us and ask us any questions. Super stoked to have Kevin on board. Super happy to have his book on there for you guys as well. We're going to absolutely kill it. Remember, we're going to have the day trading courses, the swing trading courses, the options courses. All the day trading and the options course will be available right away. The swing trading will be available in the springtime along with the real estate course. So guys, what's going to come here is just an immense amount of information. Now guys, I hope you have a great evening. Thank you very much for tuning in. Kevin, man, pleasure having you on here, and super happy and look forward to working with you, brother.
Same to you, man. Very, very
Awesome.
excited.
Same. All right, guys, have a good night, and I'll see you